One is the loneliest number. One is the loneliest number. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Oh, hey everyone. Welcome to this week's virtual write-in. My name's Catherine. I'm the communications manager at NaNoWriMo. Hey, how y'all doing? It's week 2 of work from home. For us here. We've got the stay-at-home order here in California. So we're at home. We're taking care of ourselves in whatever way seems best. I am here today wearing my onesie to make sure that I am comfortable in my home setup. I've got my desk set up. I've got my hairbrush mic to sing when I need to sing. I've been washing my hands a lot. Yeah. Hey. Oh, it's so good to see so many people here. It's really good to have human contact right now. How are y'all doing? It's a weird time in the world right now. So yeah, let me know how you're feeling. Maybe where you're writing from. What's going on? Let's chat. Yeah. Oh, hey everyone. Yeah, if anybody else is wearing a onesie, because I was getting my wisdom teeth out and I wanted to have something really comfy to relax while recovering from that. And then this happened, and so it's also the perfect thing for that. Oh man, Kylie Grimes says day 8 in quarantine and I'm losing my mind. I feel you. I think, we're all there with you. So hopefully this helps a little bit. Metashafu, sorry if I'm pronouncing your names wrong, but says that they have lots of anxiety, but they're writing to calm themselves. I also feel that. Have you guys been writing? I mean, I know some people, writing is something that helps calm them down and makes them feel good. And maybe some people right now are like, I cannot imagine writing anything. So either way is totally fine. Man, another Californian. We got somebody writing from Iowa, stuck in week 2 of quarantine. Ariana W says the amount of times I've binge watched the Avengers movies is ridiculous. That's great. No such thing as too much Avengers. Let's see, we got someone brainstorming in New York City. Chelsea Gayden says no work, so more time to write. That's looking at silver linings. Advocate did a grocery run this morning. We got somebody from Portugal, somebody in Ecuador. Rosicchia says stressed out French here. Yeah. Penn Griffin says been cleaning and getting various plot bunnies. Elizabeth von Royen says hello from South Africa. Awesome. I am so glad. Oh, Lady K says here in Texas started a poetry writing class online today. We got Nadia Suarez from Puerto Rico. Oh man, yeah, I am. This is already making me feel better, to be totally honest. I'm really glad that y'all are here. Like I said, it's a weird time. But wherever you are kind of in your writing, in your life, how you're feeling, we've got a lot of really great stuff going on at NaNoWriMo, because kind of last week we're lucky enough to be able to do most of our work from home. And we're lucky enough that most of our programs are online so that we can still provide them to you. So last week we kind of got together and we were trying to think of what we could provide that will make this week easier and more fun for everyone. And so we put together a whole, we're doing daily prompts, weekdays through the end of March, with prompts to help you take care of your creative writing health and your physical health and your mental health and your social health. So let me real quick find this link here and I'll drop it in the chat for you. But yeah, we're using the hashtag Stay Home Rimo for people who still want to do NaNoWriMo at home. There we go. There's the link. And yeah, so we're doing a bunch of stuff around that this week and into next week. And then next week, actually, a week from today, is when Camp NaNoWriMo starts. So weird time, but also maybe a good time for this to happen. If you don't know about Camp NaNoWriMo, I'll also drop that link in the chat. But Camp NaNoWriMo, we put it on every year, not just this year in the weirdness that's going on, but we put it on every year in April and July, and it's kind of a variation of the NaNoWriMo that happens in November. Basically, instead of working towards 50,000 words of a novel, you can choose whatever kind of writing project you want. It can be short stories or poetry, or you can revise a novel that you wrote, or work on your thesis, or whatever you want to do. You can kind of choose your own thing, and you can set your own goals. So if you want to join in camp and you're like, there's no way that I'm writing 50,000 words in April, you can set your own goal for 10,000 words or 20 or however many you want to do. Some people are saying that they're super excited for Camp NaNoWriMo and that they love it. Thank you. We're really glad to be a part of it, or to be hosting it, and for you guys to be a part of it. The other exciting thing about Camp NaNoWriMo that's different from NaNoWriMo in November is that you can create writing groups of up to 20 people. We used to call them writing cabins, but now we're calling them writing groups because they're great and we want to expand them to be able to be year round. So if you want, you can make a smaller writing group and you have your own chat in your writing group. And that's all on the NaNoWriMo site. But yeah, so you can make a writing group of up to 20 people so that you have people that you can go to and be like, hey, I'm having trouble with this, or just somebody to cheer you on. And so if anybody in the chat wants to join a writing group, feel free to chat with other people who are here. You can find writing groups of people who are in the, writing the same genre as you, or who are in the same age group or anything. So awesome. Oh yeah. Oh, Sunai asks, how would we do that on the Young Writers site? So if you're under 18, you can also go to our Young Writers program site. I think that one has classrooms. I think you can make writing groups. I'm not entirely sure how that one works. But you can, if you're under 18, you can go to the Young Writers program site. And that one's kind of cool because we actually have a youth-friendly writing space on the YWP site that you can actually write directly into your novel directly into it if you're into that. But yeah. Okay. Shannon Quinn says, November is just too hectic anyway, so Camp NaNoWriMo is perfect for where I'm at. That's great. Yeah, we're here to help you where you guys are at. So we are going to do some writing prompts today, and some writing sprints where I'm basically going to give you a prompt and then set a timer, and we will write together for that amount of time. You can use the prompt if you want. You don't have to. You can write if you want. You don't have to, but that's what we're going to be doing today. So what do y'all say? Let's go ahead and let's write for a little bit. Let's just start off with a little warm up, maybe writing for 5 minutes. And I'll put this writing prompt in the video description as well. But basically the first prompt is just going to be, I want you to pick a number between 1 and 100. Any number between 1 and 100. Just pick it, have it in your mind. You can drop it in the chat if you want, but pick a number. And then once you've picked your number, make up a reason why that number has some kind of strange or mystical significance. You can use a real reason if you want, or you can just totally make one up. So just pick a number and make up a reason why that number is important. It can be in your story, in your life, whatever you want to do. So yeah, I will drop that in the chat here. That's that prompt. And I will set a timer for 5 minutes. Okay, so 5 minutes. The writing prompt is there. I'll put it in the video description as well if people come late. Yeah, pick a number and tell me why it's significant. All right, let's start. Got about a minute and a half left. Okay, time is up. Go ahead and wrap up what you're writing. And then if you want to, I saw people were dropping their numbers in the chat, but if you want to share a sentence or how many words you wrote in that last sprint, go ahead and drop it in the chat. Let me know. Yeah, I was a bit of a rebel. I didn't use my own prompt, but that's okay. Use it if it's helpful for you. Some of you maybe just are getting back into writing after having taken a break for a while. So whatever helps kind of get the creative juices flowing. Let's see. Anthology of What wrote 98 words. King Starfish wrote 383. Nice. Words False had started a brand new story about a fallen angel that I've had for a while. That's awesome. I love stories about fallen angels. Emaine Lau wrote 124. Wow, Chester's Journey wrote 850. Yeah, you do type fast, apparently. I did not write very many. I was also handwriting. Got this cool journal though. Let's see. It looks like some people are prepping for their NaNoWriMo projects. Joelle Castile said, I didn't do the prompt. I'm reading to prepare for the essay that I'm working on. Cool. And where was it? Oh, Josie Rose writes, says, who else is freaking out about finishing their outlines before Nano? No need to freak out, but I believe in you. You got this. You can do it. You can use this hour to work on your outline. Yeah, what is everybody writing for camp? Do you know what you're writing yet? Do you have a story idea of what you want to write? I always love hearing what people are writing, and it always, I don't know, it just makes me feel full of creative energy. Ooh, speaking of full, I forgot that I made a big old teapot of tea before this so I could be prepared. A friend of mine lent this teapot to me again while I had my wisdom teeth taken out, but it's been really helpful. So I'm going to have my afternoon tea while we're having this virtual write-in as well. I'm just going all out with the coziness right now. Let's see. Ooh, Charlie Needles says, I haven't touched it since Nano Camp 2013. Awesome. I love it when people get back into old projects. I just went through the other night and looked at all the old pages of half-started writing documents on my computer and to see if I maybe want to try any of those for camp. Ooh, Tina Riddle says, I have to finish a story to submit for publication. Gonna roll the dice for Nano Camp. That's great. Sarah Grishball is going to be revising their November Nano project. Lauren Wilson is probably going to write the sequel or third book of the project that they're writing now. Oh man. Olivia Kocher says, I did know what I wanted to write. And then 10 minutes ago, I stumbled onto an idea that I want to pursue instead. That happens to me all the time. I've been working on revising a story that I started for NaNoWriMo, not last year, but the year before. And I was also working on a new project, and then all of the stuff in the world happened, and I got a new idea based off of, what's going on in the world right now. So I think that might be what I try to write for my camp project about magical viruses, because that's where my mind's at right now. Bat Advocate says, keep the first idea of a backup. That's a really good idea. I tend to skip in between projects when I get kind of frustrated with one. I'll move on to another one, and that really works for me. I don't know about you guys, but if you want to try that out, if you're getting frustrated with something. See, Dragon Sworn 5 says, I'm going to write fanfic probably because I'm really bad at creating characters. I think you could create characters if you want, but there is absolutely nothing wrong with using characters that have already been created. Love me a good fanfic. Oh, Sarah Allen says, I want to try and write a crime story. Brielle McLean says, I'm writing a dark fantasy novel. Leanne Marceau says, I'm continuing to rewrite my sci-fi mystery novel for camp, hoping to finish it by the end of April. You got it. You can do this. Do you guys know what kind of goals you're setting yet? Just curious. I usually tend to do, I think I try to do 20,000 words for camp. That's usually what I settle on, I think. And that's what I aim for, at least. Um, this year is a little bit different for me. I just started an MFA program in creative writing for children and young adults in January. So this is going to be my very first NaNoWriMo event that I'm doing while I have to do creative writing for schoolwork. So I am intrigued to see how that turns out. It's been really good for me so far. But I am excited to to really delve into it in April. Let's see. Heather Kinsey says, I'm plotting and working on character development. Nice. Oh, Shinoki One says, since I skipped to Nano in November, I figured I'd go the 50,000 for camp instead. Awesome. Nile Woman says, I don't have a writing goal yet. I'm just working on typing my manuscript. That is also totally legit. Sometimes you just gotta get it done. All right. Oh man. You guys are doing so great. I just want to tell you that you guys are doing a fantastic job with all the things that you're doing. I'm glad that you're here. I know I keep saying that. I think I'm just really starved for like human contact right now. But I am. These virtual write-ins always help me feel more creatively energized and now socially energized as well. So I'm gonna drink my tea here, but yeah, why don't you say let's go ahead and jump into another writing prompt since we're writers and we're here. Again, you don't have to use the prompt if you don't want to. If it doesn't work for you, that's totally fine. But it's there as a suggestion for kind of a jumping off point if you need that, if that's helpful for you. Okay, let's see here. So for prompt number 2, I thought we'd go a little longer. And so this one will probably be 10 minutes long. And this one I was inspired by my animal onesie that I have here. It's technically a fox. It's kind of a star fox because of the material. It's got little fox ears, got a little fox tail. So I guess I'm a fox today. I'm a star fox. It's got these cool buttons. I was really happy to find those buttons. But yeah, so I was inspired by my by my animal onesie. Thank you, Zara, for saying that my onesie is adorable. I'm really proud of it. For prompt number 2, imagine that you or one of your characters could become an animal right now. So what kind of animal would you or your character be? It can be one that you know well, like, a pet or something, or it could be an animal that you totally just make up. But if you were an animal, where would you be right now? You might not be in your house. You might be somewhere else. What would you see, hear, smell, taste, or feel that would be different from human senses? So again, I will. Oh, Jessica Gachet says all my characters are already animals. Maybe you should imagine what they would be like as humans then. If your characters are already animals, that could be an interesting little switcheroo. Anyway, I'm going to drop this prompt in the chat. Again, I'll also put it in the video description if people are going to come in late. And I will set my timer for 10 minutes here. Once I unlock my phone. Here we go. Okay. So 10 minutes. Imagine that you or your character could become an animal, or if they're already an animal, if they would become a human. And yeah, just describe what that would be like. So 10 minutes. Let's start now. Got about 3 minutes left. All right. Go ahead. That was the timer. So go ahead and wrap up what you're writing. Again, if you want to share a sentence that you wrote or the word count that you got during that sprint, feel free to drop it in the chat and let me know. I I love all the discussion in the chat about human versus animal characteristics and characters who are already part human, part animal. Or I saw somebody said that their character managed to. Oh, Manatee Girl said, "My protagonist gets her friend stuck as a raven for about 20 minutes." I love that. Um, oh, man. Also, I saw somebody ask me where I got my onesie, and I actually made it. I also sew. This is a project that I was working on a little while ago, but I got the fabric from Joanne. They were having a fleece sale. So, uh, anthology of what says some of my characters are named after animals. Close enough, I guess. Oh my gosh, Lever Snowy says, recalling that one of my first crushes was Robin Hood. I am assuming that you're talking about the Disney Robin Hood, where he's a fox, because yes, that is such a great, such a great adaptation of that story. Oh, Kyle Smiles says, "I'd be my dog who is by my feet." Let's see. Uh, Anakoneko says, "I interviewed my characters and they're kind of weird." That's probably a good thing. Ela Carlene says they came in during the sprint, got 166. Christina Schmidt got 390. Nice. Lady K says, I wrote a poem about bringing joy to people as a bird. Ooh, Rebecca Dugas says, I wrote about a kitsune, a magical fox being who can shapeshift into a woman. I don't know if you guys know the kind of the folklore about a fox's wedding, which is when it's raining and sunny at the same time. That's when a fox spirit can shapeshift or come and looks for human brides. It varies a little bit, but it was a fox's wedding here yesterday. It was raining and sunny at the same time, so that's great. Ooh, Eleanor got 500 words. Angeli Sugar got 184. Ooh, here's an excerpt from Imaginos. Bizardo hunted the fish at Las Cristobal and felt the breeze of the salty sea. Ooh, I would love some salty sea breeze right about now. Here's an excerpt from Silver Pina. It says, Rabbit is looking around. I must not scare the rabbit. I must be quiet. Rabbit eating grass. Nibble, nibble. Ooh, Stephen Smith was writing about a centaur. Nice. The King Starfish wrote 705 words, basically just babbled about which animals I associate with each of my characters. Nice. Yep. You know what? It's raining. Connor Morgan wrote, I would be a unicorn because no one believes in me. My first line, no joke, 250 words. Nice. I believe in you. Unicorns could also be out there. Let's see. Sanja wrote about a wolf in his pack who comes in contact with his first human. Anastasia James says, I accidentally psychoanalyzed myself. That's great. I hope it was a good session with yourself. TJ wrote 272 words. Miss Storm says, I only got 258. That's a lot of words. Don't be down on yourself. Queerly Serious decided to make my main character have a spooked horse reaction because the love interest has bloody hands from healing a wound, so he looks like a predator and has to step back and calm him. Nice, I love that. Maria Munoz said, I wrote about a dolphin being caught by humans who feels trapped in a small swimming pool. Eleanor says, I love everyone's ideas here. I agree. These are such good ideas. I want to read all of them. Honestly, I want to read all these stories. I love animal stories. I've recently been getting back into reading the Redwall series, which I read religiously as a kid, and I have literally every single one of them at home. Not on this bookshelf. This is my California bookshelf. The rest of my books, I have about 3 more of these at my parents' house, and I'm really sad that I don't have all of them. But I'm slowly building my library back up, being out here. So we got some other Redwall fans. Awesome. Oh, somebody's talking about making a dolphin onesie. You should totally do it. I am a big fan of the onesie life. I've just been embracing it more and more recently. So Alexander Bukal shared an excerpt. It says, I received this scar from, well, I'd rather not tell the how and who behind my scar. I like that. I'm so mysterious. And yeah, I want to know. I want to know even though you don't want to tell. Wise Geek says, when they locked back into place, I had 3 goat legs and a chicken leg. My head was a goods and had dragon wings. The rest of my body looked like a sick cow. Liza shook her head at me. That's great. I hope you draw a picture of that because I want to see what that looks like. Oh man. These are all so good. I see that some people are sharing their what they read as kids. I've lost it now, but somebody said they were raised on the Babysitters Club. So yeah, I kind of wanted to ask just like how people are doing with things are the way they are, if you're socially isolated, if you're kind of staying at home or self quarantining, like how how are you keeping sane? Like, I think one of the ways I've been keeping sane is by going back and rereading a lot of books from my childhood. So, that's one tactic. But yeah, if you have any hints or tips or suggestions for people who might, need more community or just like to get their mind off things or to calm down, feel good. I've been doing, I found like a YouTube channel that does like 15 to 30-minute yoga sessions. And I've been trying to stretch every day and um, go for a walk if I can, just to get my body moving a little bit because I kind of realized yesterday, like I've been in this room for days now. I saw a Tumblr post yesterday that was like, never in my life have I so understood the need for Jane Austen's characters to go on long walks, and I very much related to that. So, yeah. Eleanor says, right now I'm feeling so happy because of the write-in. I've been feeling very low today, so thank you for this. Yay, thank you. This is making me feel happier too. Let's see. The plaid dress says, I'm definitely trying to read more too, just trying to kind of go with my gut and not second guess what I decide to do with my time. That's a really good piece of advice. It's so hard to feel like you're doing the right thing. That is totally true. I think especially, there are a lot of people saying like, oh, Shakespeare wrote this and Isaac Newton came up with the theory, whatever, mathematical theory while they were quarantined by plagues, and just don't feel like you have to do that. Whatever you're doing right now to take care of you, that's what you should be doing. Another thing that I've been doing is I got out my old Zoo Tycoon CD from 2001, and I have an old computer that actually plays it still. So I went back to playing Zoo Tycoon, just to get my mind off things and just think about running my little pixelated zoo. So, Bat Advocate says, I binge watch TV shows. Murder, She Wrote is on my hit list for May. Nice. Pen Griffin says, I'm interacting with a lot of people online and making phone calls. Gasp. The introvert is actually making phone calls? Yeah, I totally feel that one too. Snoogans McDougans says, I need to read more fantasy. All the studying is making me way too literal. Sarah Allen is staying immersed in their book. Jessica says, I've been calling friends a lot. Ooh, Maria says, I think it is very positive to keep a routine. Yeah, that's if you're able to, that's a really good tip as well. B Lydia says, 5-hour group FaceTime with the gang. Nice. Oh, Christina Schmidt says, I got 2 stuffed animals for comfort. Don't judge. No judgments. Stuffed animals are like very good. I actually, I won't show you right now because she's buried under stuff on my bed. You can't see the mess that's on this side of the screen. But I have a stuffed animal. It's Nala from The Lion King that I have slept with. I got when I was 4, and I still sleep with her. So I have my comfort stuffed animal too. So solidarity and stuffed animals. I highly believe in the healing power of stuffed animals. Oh man, Clearly Serious says, I also want to get on a decent sleep schedule. Yeah, there's like basically nothing better you can do for your immune system than to get good sleep and to eat well. So, try to do that as much as you can. I know it can be very, very difficult when you're not feeling up to it. So, yeah, man, you guys are full of such great advice. I love this. Bashful Muse says, I'm working from home, so that keeps my mind busy, but on my off hours, I really want to focus on creativity, so I'm really excited about all the NaNoWriMo stuff happening. Yay, I'm very glad. Oh man, there was a dinosaur tycoon too? I never saw that one. I'll have to look into it. All right. Snoogans McDougans asks, have you read all of the books in that bookshelf behind you? I think I have read, I try to keep the top shelf, that top shelf there. Those are mostly the books that are kind of my like to be read pile. I have read all the rest of them, I'm pretty sure. I've read all the rest of them multiple times at this point, but yeah, that top shelf is my like to be read. So I read a lot. I read a lot and very quickly. But Tendo Queen says blue light filters are awesome for sleep. Flux for desktop, Twilight for Android. They're amazing. I agree. I also use Flux, and it helps. It's just kind of it decreases the blue light so that if you're looking at a screen right before you go to sleep, it doesn't stimulate your brain as much. But yeah, I also recommend that. Oh, Nick's here. Hey, Nick, the former intern. Nice to see you. Anyway, wow. Again, thank you guys so much for joining. This has been really great. We've got time to do one more writing sprint, so let's go ahead and do that. Again, you don't have to use the prompt if you don't want, but you can if you want to. So I've been thinking about just like being here. There are a lot of people right now who are kind of like stuck inside and like learning new things. One of the new things that I tried the other day was candle making, actually. So I made this candle. My partner and I got the candle from the holder from like a Goodwill a while ago, and but yeah, we just like melted wax and put in some rosemary. So we made candles as our new skill that we were trying to learn. So I thought that our last prompt today could be one of your characters learns a new skill. What is it? Describe the learning process or what they're making or doing. And if you're currently learning a new skill, feel free to borrow from your own life. Again, it's fine if you're not. It's fine if you don't want to follow this prompt, but I just thought that could be a fun one, that your character is learning how to do something new. Okay, so again, let's see. This is going to be, let's make this a 7-minute prompt. So this will be 7 minutes, and let's go ahead and start. Got about 2 minutes left at this point. Okay, time is up. Go ahead and wrap up what you're writing. Again, if you want to drop a sentence or share how many words you got during that sprint, feel free to drop it in the chat. Also, I'm seeing some people who've been coming in just at the last minute saying that the email that was sent out today said 2 p.m. I'm so sorry, that was a typo. We did start at 1 p.m. You can always go back and watch this later. It'll still be here. But yeah, I'm so sorry about that. We will double check and make sure that the times are right in future emails. I think it got mixed up because we've been doing some Instagram lives as well. Not quite as formal as this, but if you're on Instagram, you can follow NaNoWriMo. I'll be doing an Instagram live there tomorrow afternoon at 2, which is probably why they got that mixed up. But yeah, these virtual write-ins here on YouTube will be every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. So same time as this one was. All of the events are up on YouTube, and if you click on the event on YouTube, it should show you what it is in your time zone. So yeah, you can also subscribe to our channel if you want to get notifications when we've got new videos coming up. Yeah, like I said, we're doing as much as we can right now to kind of provide community and be a part of community because we need it too. Yeah, let's see what you guys wrote. See, Marissa M wrote 282 words. Tendo Queen wrote 258. Said, "Whew, not bad. Nice." Oh, Bat Advocate says the clocks changed this weekend in the UK. Cool. Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago for the US. So, be aware of that. The times should still be right on YouTube, but thanks for the reminder. I'll double check those. Let's see. Wanderlust Rider wrote 283 words. Ooh, Ine Koneko says my character is learning how to do ship rigging. That's cool. Wise the Geek got 189. King Starfish 491. Oh, here's an excerpt from Christina Schmidt. Okay, baking, here goes. I mumbled to myself, reading the directions on the brownies box for the 3rd time in a row, just to be sure. Oh man, I feel so called out by that right now. That is me trying to cook. Silver Pina says, Pina? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but it says, mine was about 2 teenagers who are learning how to levitate objects. That's cool. Let's see. Jenny H said, I got 126 words this time. It's still a lot more than I've been writing lately. Good. That's the goal. That's what we hoped this would help you do. Just get you writing more than you have done. Um, Jeremy Denton says 68 words, but I got in late. But hey, they're words. Yes, exactly. They are words that you did not have before. Katie Corday wrote 151 handwritten. Nice. Oh, I saw somebody asking if I preferred to. Well, I don't know if you were asking me. You could have just been asking in general, but whether we prefer to write by hand or typing. I traditionally have written most of my first drafts by hand. Here, I tend to use that, I think, especially for like new ideas that I'm not entirely sure about or that I'm still working out. If I know what I want to write and I need to do it fast, then I'll type, just because it's quicker. But I like writing by hand more because I like physical pages and not getting distracted by the internet. But that's just me. Jeremy Denton says, I have been in such a slump lately, but I'm hoping camp next month will help me get out of my slump. Yay for your words. Woohoo. Ooh, I started reading this and I was like, ooh, this is a good reminder. And then I figured out that it was an excerpt, but Aubrey Larson wrote, okay, breathe in, breathe out. My powers were out of control. Learning some energy exercises, though, seemed to help. The words of breathe in, breathe out were starting to get on my nerves, though. That's great. I like that. Marissa says typing because handwriting tires out my hands. That's also real. Sarah Allen says I write my first and second drafts by hand and then type everything after that. Nice. Dee says my person learns dragon tarot magic. That sounds cool. Here's an excerpt from Kyle Smile. Zoe stared at her hands, eyes squeezed shut tightly. Her face had doubt splashed on it. The raven-haired girl was struggling to master her ability to manipulate the weather with only her hands. That would be cool. I wish I could do that. Oh, man. They're so good. Ooh, Queerly Serious says, main character learned to break a learned behavior. Out the door, turn right, hands behind back. Callum forced his arms to cross and stuffed his damp hands under his armpits to ward off the cold sea wind. Orinthia S says, I type because it's faster and easier to change things. I plan by hand, though. Nice. Uzera writes, uses either their laptop or typewriter. You have a real typewriter? That's cool. Bay Lydia says, Declan learns to use his camouflage ability after his sister gets shot in the head by his best friend. Oh my gosh. He then turns to the villains to help and ends up being tortured, but it was all for a reason. I hope it was for a reason because that sounds like a rough ride, man. Whew. That Ozian says, I'm dealing with a fairy learning to live among mortals more permanently. Love that. I'm a sucker for fairy stories. Oh, man. Oh, the plaid dress also has a typewriter. Man, you guys got your writing game on. Oh, okay. Well, thank you everyone so much for joining. This has been so much fun and super helpful for me. I hope it was for you as well. Just a reminder that we're doing our hashtag Stay Home Remo stuff all this week. So we'll be posting those graphics on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Tumblr, if you follow us on any of those platforms or if you want to. And the next week is when Camp NaNoWriMo starts. Woo! Woo! Can I don't know, pitch a tent in the middle of our living rooms or have an indoor camp out, something like that. But yeah, I'm so glad that you guys joined. If you haven't yet signed up, you can go to the NaNoWriMo site and yeah, make a camp project. Just get something down, get started, kind of announce it to the world that you're participating. It's a really great community, and you can try to find some writers. You can go onto the forums. That's where a lot of the writing groups happen. But yeah, just a reminder to stay good, stay you, stay healthy, Do what you need to do to take care of yourselves, whether that's writing or not writing, whatever it is. We're here for you. We love you. We're rooting for you so hardcore. We're very, very much looking forward to being all together in person again. But in the meantime, we're very, very grateful for this community. So thank you so much for joining. Tune in next week. I won't be leading this next week. Mariah will, but we're so looking forward to seeing you. And good luck with your writing. Bye, everyone.